Since we're using MDF, the project called for these cross dowels. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. Maybe you have. Anyway, they require a 7/16 inch hole go through here, where we just drilled those 1/4 inch holes down through the center here. These cross dowels will go in here, and because it's a CNC, we want everything to be exact, so we're going to do horizontal drilling through the face, and this way they will all be in the exact same place. Height wise, I've got that all set up. Now we just bring the bit in to get to right on the line of where we want to drill, and we go again. And I've got a piece of particle board as a backer here. And it's pretty important to be right on here, because otherwise when you put the screw in, through here, you won't be in the center there. Thanks for watching. A moment of truth, first time. I mark all my parts, by the way. It's this top right there. Always good idea to do that. So, let's see what happens. See how good we did on that horizontal boring with the shopsmith. It's going to go like right about there. So we'll put our kind of hard to do when I don't want to block the view from the camera. Alright, and then the cross dowels, keep that little slotted end out here so I can reference in on when I'm going. Tweak you over that way. Okay, I think I'm there. I like it when it works. Okay, yeah, we got one in. Do the other one. These things work good for MDF because you don't have to worry about stripping out your the MDF with any kind of wood screw or anything. These guys actually hold quite well, and just as long as you get it right, they go right in, as you can see. So we'll just tighten that up. I'm liking that a lot. I'm not sure. I might put in another one here in the center. We'll see. We'll kind of go. All right. Moving on. We're going to make the router block. This will be the router mount. I glued up 3 pieces of MDF. We're going to square it all up, and then we'll put it on the bandsaw because we've got to cut out. Well, I got to slide it down the middle, cut a circle in here for the router to fit in. Then I'm going to bolt in through here the 2 halves on the router mount or the plate, and that way I can quickly remove the router out of here. So that's the goal. Hey YouTube. Okay. Here's our router mount. I've got work to do. And This part will go in like so. I'll put in a couple cross dowels inside here for the screw to go through there. Lock into there to tighten it down around the router. The router is going to fit in just like this, and that solves all my situations I had before. One thing happened. I know I'm telling about accuracy and everything. This plate that I made is like maybe a 32nd of an inch, not wide enough. It's causing me to bind up a little bit compared to what was in there. This is the piece that was in there, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's like about, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can. See that? I'm off by that much. So that's how important this is. Like I keep on stressing, when you're building a CNC, take your time, make sure your measurements are right, make sure your cuts are right, because just that slight little bit will cause you a problem. I'll show you after I get done. I got to cut these off because they're a little long. I'm reusing material that I've already got because I don't want to run up to the hardware store. Yeah, when I loosen this up, just with the screws here, I'm able to get it to move. So that's not the issue. It's just that when I try to tighten it up. So, which tells me though that my blocks that I put in here are at the tight point that it was before. And I don't really want it to be any looser than it is. The idea is to put in an adjustment right here to push these in if and when it wears out or gets tweaked. But overall, there's no, when I had it working there a while ago and I didn't show you, there was really virtually no movement at all, which is what my goal was by not having those extra screws in here. Do I still have that? Yeah, I do. This piece here, where we had these 4 screws that held that channel right in there. Okay? So now the channel's in like this, and there's no screws here. So, a big difference between the two. And if I needed to, I could fall back. I kept all these parts, so I could easily fall back to the way it was. But why go backwards, right? Unless I really have to. So I may have to recut this piece, but I don't need to show you what I do again, because I did show you the ability of using horizontal boring to get these all exactly the same, and we saw that it worked. And I'll put this back together just like it is so you can see how it works. I'll keep this little tag on here so you can tell that no, I'm not faking you out any. It really can be very accurate if you take your time. So next up will be to put my cross dowels onto this piece here and be able to put a bolt through here and here to tighten this around the router and hold it in place. So once I do that, this part will be complete, the Z-axis. And if I get it where I'm happy, then the major teardown will be to take the gantry down and get rid of that racking that I've got by duplicating what I've done with these pieces down here on the gantry, replacing all these 4 screws here that hold that, or actually there's 6 on this one, that hold that aluminum bar in place. So I thank you for watching. I appreciate the folks that I've got. I hope I'm doing you justice. Please let me know if I'm not. Please let me know what you want. And, you know, I do want to do some turning. I want to show you the lathe duplicator that I've got. I want to finish up on a couple rings that I was making. So I've got a lot of projects that I keep on working towards, and I'm doing it real time. So if I don't put a video out, you know, regularly, it's not my goal is to try to put a regular video out for you guys. My goal is just show you what I'm doing so you can see some projects actually happening, and maybe help you see the best way of going about planning something and making it happen. Because like I say, this is all, there's no plan for this kind of stuff. I'm just kind of going as I go. And so, thanks.